what a pleasure it is to gather together and celebrate Purim. For many of you, it might be the first time. I've come from serving in southern Gaza, Khan Yunis, and these are hard times, my friends, but we remember Esther, how she stood up in hard times against Haman, which kind of sounds like Hamas, and we know that in one moment it all turned around, the wicked were defeated, and Israel was able to defend herself. Now, who here is a new immigrant discovering Israel? I was a new immigrant many, many years ago. There's just no place like this beautiful country of ours. Let's celebrate the way Esther intended, the way God intends for us, as written in the Bible. We will win, and we will have full victory, and peace and security will return, and joy in the God of Israel. God bless you.
Shalom to you. Happy Purim. I think you're like a modern day Esther. You know Esther in the book of Esther, the Megillat Esther? You look like with the crown, but like the Queen of Sheba or something amazing. And were you born in Ethiopia and came to Aliyah, Israel?
No, actually, I born in Israel. My mother came to Israel and she was pregnant with me.
Wow.
And she came along with another 2 kids.
Was that the one in the plane with the wings of eagles?
The plane, but yeah, the Solomon operation. But
Solomon operation.
When she told the story, it looked like a plane. There was a plane, the military plane.
Yes.
And it was
military.
very,
That's
very
us.
early. Yeah, very early in the morning, and it was very hard, and the people was crushed and it was very hard. And when she came to Israel, also there is a big civil war.
Yeah.
You know, I think to somewhere, someone in the future, somewhere, I think she needs to write a book.
She should. Every immigrant, even I made Aliyah years and years ago, and I'm writing a book right now. But I really think you should write a book because the Bible talks about this. It says from the north, give them up, from the south, don't hold them back. I will bring them from the ends of the earth and gather them. This is why we, as the Aliyah Return Center, work so hard to help all these events and put on these celebrations, so people won't feel lost in Israel, but they'll get there. They'll see the light through the balagan, through some of the hardships and bureaucracy and language. But you were born here, so maybe but for your parents, was it hard to learn Hebrew and to?
Very hard. Actually, they were in Israel 30 years, something like that, 32, and they still struggling with the Hebrew. But the culture is kind of the same of the all Israelis people. To us, we mixed everything, and we mostly Israeli, I think.
That's amazing, though. And so you had children as well?
Yeah, I have 5 kids.
5 kids, Israelis.
Actually not from Ethiopia, it's not Israel, also not from Ethiopia, so we are really mixed family.
Wow. Well, we are happy to say that on behalf of people from all over the world that love you and love Aliyah and love Israel in a time of war, I love it when I see people in other countries say, we stand with you, we love you, we support you. Yeah, and she's a soldier, an Air Force. Or something, dressing up. Everyone's dressing up. I didn't actually have time to dress up. I came from the army. And but we are just glad to show that love and give out the clothes and the food and the fun to celebrate. And do you read the book of Esther in your house? The book scroll? Wow.
Every year from where I born to now, we read the book. It's like the mitzvah, reading the Megillah.
Yeah. People don't know, but Jewish people are of all kinds of different ways. Some have the black hat, some look like me, some have big beard, some look like her, some look like all different. But we are Jewish, and this is our land, and we are glad to be home. Thank you for supporting the work of the Aliyah Return Center.
These are the words of Yoel. We really want to raise a round of applause and thank Aliyah Return Center. We want to also thank different modern-day Esthers and Mordecais. But you women who work tirelessly to help Israel and help these new immigrants to Israel, it's not taken for granted at all, these strong partnerships that the government of Israel has with the Aliyah Return Center. We continue to work together as a united front with many projects with the Aliyah and absorption, many projects and operations throughout the year, and I just want to thank each and every one of you staff Christina, you shine. And everyone, remember that this is not taken for granted. Ola, who coordinates, so many things. I just want to thank you. We couldn't possibly do it without these virtuous women. Let's continue to dream the dream here. And this man here playing the music, he's not just a DJ, he's helping to coordinate these events too. Behind the scenes, there are so many, along with Chaim Mailspin, the chairman of the board of directors of the Aliyah Return Center. Thank you all so very much, and happy Purim!
You're able to see here a lot of the sounds of different nations. People come from all over the world and they make their immigration. That's Amharic. I was there in Ethiopia and I remember the joy and the longing to come to the Promised Land. And as the Aliyah Return Center, we're so glad that that is happening now. And I just want to thank you to all the modern day Esthers who make all this possible, the modern day Mordecais who act in faith in God's prophetic destiny for this land and all the Jewish people. So now back to the story of Esther, and I want to wrap it up. In the book of Esther, there's this moment where it all turns around. The king recognizes after those 2 banquets, he recognizes Haman's an evil person. Haman thought he would rule the whole 127 provinces under King Ahasuerus, and suddenly that all turned around, and there was a victory over the Jewish people. And that's what we believe now, for full victory in Israel. Thank you for praying for victory in this war. Thank you for praying that dancing will return to the streets. Circle dancing, the Hora dance. And modern day Esthers, thank you for the fasting. Modern day Mordecai, thank you for the prayers and fasting. Let's continue to bless Israel going forward. There's a lot of sorrow, but you know what? There's a lot of joy promised. So God bless you from the Aliyah Return Center. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video.